With all of its online functionality, including its eShop shutdown, the Wii U is something that Nintendo has left behind. But the system still has so much going for it, especially when the fans come into play. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to bring your Wii U back to life with Homebrew. I'll be covering the entire process of setting up the latest firmware called Aroma. So whether you've never modded your system before or wanted to upgrade it to the latest custom firmware version, this guide should have you covered. Before we begin, I just want to quickly mention that this video is for educational purposes only. Anyways, I'm Anton, and let's get started. Aroma is the latest environment succeeding Tiramisu, designed for booting via the environment loader. It includes many new features, however it is still in beta, so there may be undiscovered issues. This guide should work on all Wii U consoles, in all regions on the latest firmware. You can check the system version in the system settings, in the top right corner. If your system is out of date, be sure to update it to the latest version, which should be 5.5.6 for North American consoles, or 5.5.5 for all other regions. Let's go over everything you'll need, starting with an SD card. A size of 32GB should be fine, and I'll be using one of these. A micro SD card and an adapter should work fine too. And do make sure that you can connect it to your computer. You'll need a device such as a computer or phone to place files onto the SD card. And of course, you will need a Wii U system, and the model does not matter. Just make sure that your system is connected to the internet, if you haven't connected it already. If you have an existing legacy custom firmware setup, like Haxchi or Mocha, head on over to my website, where you can find the different instructions for upgrading, as there are many custom firmware types, with different scenarios for upgrading. So head over there, and then once you're done, you can continue with this video. Make sure to keep the Wii U console plugged in throughout the entire process, to avoid data loss or damage. But if you follow this guide carefully and correctly, your system should be completely fine, as bricking is quite rare. And remember to charge the gamepad, as it will be annoying if it dies. Now that everything's out of the way, let's place the required Aroma files onto the SD card. Your SD card will need to be formatted to FAT32. If it's not, you can use GUI format. You can find the link to it on my website. And then click on the image to download the software. Make sure to plug in your SD card into your computer. Once it's been downloaded, open up the exe file. Make sure that 16384 allocation size is selected, and the drive is set to the right one, as it would be a bad situation to lose an entire hard drive. And then press start to format it. Also, do not label the SD card as Wii U, as it will cause some issues. Now let's set up all of the files. So go to my website down below, and then once there, click on the Aroma button, which will take you to the Aroma site. Aroma is constantly being updated, so there should be a new version. And then go to the download section and check all the boxes. And then click on download payloads, which should download a file. And finally, select these 6 boxes. And press download additional plugins and modules, as these are extremely useful. And towards the end of this video, we'll take a closer look at some of them. Go back to the site and click on the Save Me Mod WT port button. Click on the link, and it should begin downloading. Go back to the site and press the HB App Store button. Scroll down on the GitHub page, and then click on Wii U extract tosd.zip to download it. Go back to the site once again, and click on the ufdyne button, which should take you to its GitHub page. And click on ufdyne.wuhb to download the file. And now we have everything downloaded. So let's unzip the files, and then place the contents inside the folders into the SD card. and place the udifine.wuhb file into the apps folder, which can be found in the Wii U folder. And just like that, we should be good to go. So go ahead and eject the SD card from your computer. Now take the SD card out of your computer and plug it into your Wii U console, and power it on. Navigate to the Wii U menu and launch the internet browser. And navigate to the website wiiuexploit.xyz. Click on Run Exploit and hold the B button until you see a screen that says please choose your payload. This will be necessary for the next steps. If your Wii U gets stuck on a white or otherwise frozen screen, wait a few seconds. And if nothing happens, reboot the console and reset the browser's save data, and try again. If you see the environment loader, you did not hold down B long enough, so try again. If you encounter errors, make sure you have all the files from the package and that the SD card is inserted properly. Now we're going to make a NAND backup of the console, in case anything were to go wrong in the modding process, and your Wii U ends up bricked, allowing us to restore it. The Wii U NAND storage varies depending on the model. It's 8GB for the white basic set, and 32GB for the black deluxe set. However, the backup size will be less, since we'll omit the MLC section, which is optional and contains save files and game data that aren't necessary for recovering most types of bricks. However, restoring a NAND backup on the Wii U requires additional hardware and micro soldering skills. Regardless, it's still recommended to make a NAND backup as it's always useful. The NAND backup is unique to your system, so backups from other consoles won't work. So navigate to NAND Dumper using the gamepad and press A to launch it. Use the Wii U gamepad's D-pad to enter the following configuration, which you can see on screen, which has everything selected on yes, except for dump MLC. And once you've got the correct configuration, press the A button to start the dumping process. When the process is completed, power off your Wii U. Then take your SD card and plug it back into your PC. To make sure you don't lose the files, copy the slc.bin, slccmpt.bin, cprom.bin, and otp.bin files, and place them somewhere where you won't forget. And then you can delete those files from your SD card to free up space. And now we have our NAND backup. Now we're going to install the payload loader, which will let you access Aroma just by running the Health and Safety Information app. Now eject the SD card from your computer and plug it into your Wii U. Launch the system and navigate to the Wii U menu. Launch the internet browser. And go back to the Wii U exploit website. Click on Run Exploit, but this time you will need to hold the X button to open the Environment Loader menu. Then press A to launch the Aroma environment. You will get a warning message about the update folder existing. This is completely normal. Press A to continue. Press A to launch the Wii U menu. At the Wii U menu, look for the newly appeared Payload Loader Installer app, which should be a round circle with an A inside of it, and launch it. Press the A button to check if you can install the Payload Loader. It should now tell you that the Payload Loader can be installed onto the Health and Safety Information app. Press the A button to select Install/Update. You'll be asked if you are sure you want to install the payload loader. Use the D-pad to select Install and press A. After installing has finished, press A to shut down the console. Currently, every time you want to launch Aroma, you will have to launch the Health and Safety Information app. If you wish to automatically launch into Aroma on every boot, you can auto-boot the Health and Safety Information app. If you don't want to auto-boot into Aroma, you can skip to the Setting Up Payload Loader in the timestamps below. Start the console to boot into the Wii U menu. And then launch the Health and Safety Information app. Press A to launch the Aroma environment. Again, if you see this warning screen, just press A to continue. Then press A to launch the Wii U menu. Once you're in, launch the Payload Loader installer. Press A to select Check. Select Boot Options. And then you'll be asked if you want to switch the boot title. Press A to select Switch to Payload Loader. When the process has finished, press A to shut down the console. The payload loader will now be launched automatically on every boot. Now we're going to make the Aroma environment start automatically when your console loads the Health and Safety Information app, and select the Wii U menu as the default boot option. So go ahead and launch the environment loader. If you are auto-booting the payload loader, simply turn on your Wii U. If you skip the auto-booting steps, launch the Health and Safety Information app. Using the D-pad, navigate to Aroma, and press Y to set this to your default environment. Then press A to launch into Aroma. You might get a red warning screen telling you that updates aren't blocked properly. We'll go ahead and fix that later, but for now, press A to continue. To open the environment loader in the future, all you have to do is hold the X button while your Wii U is booting or loading the Health and Safety Information app, making it really convenient. On the Aroma boot selector, the Wii U menu should already be selected. Press Y to set this to your default auto booting option. Then press A to launch into the Wii U menu. Aroma will now be launched each time you boot the console, or load Health and Safety, and then straight into the Wii U menu. To open the Aroma boot selector in the future, you have to hold Start while the console is booting or loading the Health and Safety Information app. Now that the payload loader, environment loader, and Aroma are all installed, we're going to finalize the setup. While Aroma's payload loader already has built-in update blocking functionality, it is recommended to delete the update folder to effectively block system updates, as even though it's probably not likely that Nintendo is going to release another update, it's still recommended to do this, as an automatic update can mess up the homebrew setup. If you do get a red warning screen while booting into Aroma, the update folder still exists, and it's recommended to delete it. So to do this, boot Aroma, then navigate to the Wii U menu, and run the UFDyn app. Press the A button to delete the update folder. Confirm that it says the update folder is deleted, and exit the UFDyn app. You are now blocking updates. And yeah, now your Wii U is fully modded. So with that, let's take a look at some of the useful apps and plugins that we got earlier. Starting with Save Me Mod, which is a homebrew app that lets you manage your Wii U and VWii save data, so it's pretty similar to the Homebrew app Checkpoint for the 3DS. Next up, we have SD Caffeine, which allows you to mod games by directing files to the SD card, allowing you to do some pretty cool things. You can open the plugin config menu by holding L, D-pad down and minus all at the same time. And here's where you can access a bunch of different plugin settings. BluePair is an Aroma module that lets you wirelessly connect the most popular Bluetooth-capable controllers, so you can use your Switch Pro controller with the Wii U, which is pretty neat. There's even a BluePair app that lets you connect a DualShock 3 controller using a USB, and it works pretty well. We've got FTPU, which is a plugin that runs an FTP server in the background, as well as the Screenshot plugin, which, as you probably guessed, allows you to take screenshots and save them directly to the SD card. And finally, the Homebrew App Store lets you browse and download Homebrew apps directly from the Wii U. Compared to other libraries like the Universal Updater for the 3DS, it's not as large, and some apps are not compatible with Aroma, but there's still some pretty cool projects nonetheless. Your system will also let you know when a new Aroma update is available, even offering a shortcut to the Aroma Updater by holding the plus button. Then follow the steps to update everything, and once completed, the Aroma software will be up to date. But anyways, that's about it for this video. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, as it always helps out. If you do have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments section, as we can help each other out. And with that, I will see you in the next one.